Hi everyone. So March is going to be a challenge on how many different ways can we adapt the basic Pilates bridge. Bridge is an excellent all-round exercise for everybody to open out the front of the hip, to work the whole of the front line of the body, the back line, the spine, the sides of the legs, the inner thighs. So it's a brilliant exercise for everybody, from those of you who just want to get fit, for those of you who are runners, walkers, climbers. So yeah, we can adapt the bridge for anybody with injuries, from shoulder injuries, Achilles problems, calf problems, hamstring problems. So it's a brilliant, I love it because it's just a brilliant all-round exercise. So I'm going to find every day one way to try and adapt the basic bridge. So enjoy these sessions with me. Please leave comments. Please tell me what you think. And if there's anything that you're experiencing or any troubles that you're having, and let's see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to start with the basics so that you're safe. That's the most important thing all the time. I want you to think about your safety. I want you to think about staying within your own capabilities. Your body will always tell you, you don't go into pain. There's no such thing as no pain, no gain. Because if your body is telling you there's pain, it's there for a reason. So don't go there. Okay, so we can always modify. So if you've got any questions, you want to ask me anything, please do. That's what I'm here for. That's my job. Okay. So please always work to your capabilities, whether it means you have to not do as big a movement, not do as many repetitions, as many movements, or you just have to not be as quick or not progress as quickly. Okay, so with the bridge, I try to encourage you not to have anything under the back of your head, because I don't want you to be pressing your chin into your chest. If you have to have a rolled up or folded up small towel underneath your lower back, for those of you with back issues, it just stops you from having to try and overwork. So that's absolutely fine. If you have to have something at the back of your head, please make it as small a folded up towel as you can get away with, so that your neck and shoulders feel comfortable. So no thick cushions or support, please. Make it as small as you can get away with and feel comfortable. That's always my mantra. Okay, so into bridge, we're lying down on our backs, feet, knees, legs, all in line. So I want you to imagine that the side of your body like tram lines. All of that should be in line. I want you to try and imagine that I've come along with a paintbrush and I've painted your back, and you're lying on a piece of paper, and you're going to try and make a big piece of Pilates art and a nice big imprint on that paper with your back. So in order to do this, you've got to imagine a laser beam going from one hip to the other, and you've got to draw those lower belt muscles, those lower belly muscles away from that laser beam, and you can't let those belly muscles break that laser beam. So you've really got to actively bring those belly muscles away from your laser beam, from hip to hip. And the same with those middle belly muscles and those upper belly muscles that are just at the bottom of your rib cage there. And they should feel like they're allowing the whole of your back to make a really good imprint onto that paper and leave that nice paint there. So we can make modern tape, art gallery, so we can send that off to the tape gallery, Pilates art. That'd be neat. So I then want you to think about your pelvis like a bucket of water. So as we're lying here now, that bucket of water, if you can imagine it, is the bucket's on its side, but the water shouldn't be sloshing all the way back into your belly or back towards your chest. Okay, you should be staying in that bucket. Equally, your upper belly muscles should be feeling like they're drawing your upper front part of your rib cage down into your back and into the mat, and keeping your shoulders down. So all the muscles around your shoulder blades should also be working to draw your shoulder blades inside your skin down towards your feet. And your back of your head should feel nice and comfortable into the mat. And your arms from your fingertips should feel like they're drawing down towards your feet as well. And just put those somewhere nice and comfy. So, we're going to try some pelvic tilting. So thinking about those belly muscles, your feet should make a nice contact on the floor. Bring your heels a little bit further towards your bottom, but I want you to feel comfortable in your knee. So if you feel like it's getting too tight in your knee, just go wherever you're comfortable. But I need these knees apart, don't let them come together. If you find you need to put a cushion or something in between your knees just to stop that from happening, great. Okay, so thinking about that bucket of water, you've got to use these tummy muscles to bring this bucket of water, so you're like dumping the water back into your belly. Keep those bottom cheeks on the floor. So you should now feel like these thighs have firmed up and these tummy muscles have shortened, and then your lower back, and especially that triangle area, your sacrum bone, is probably firmer into the floor. Only come back to where you feel comfortable though, please. Now we're going to go the other way. So we're going to dump all of that water away from us. So it's now going to go away into the floor the other way. So now you should feel like you've got an arch under your lower back. I can put my hands right under my lower back. Now, that could feel really uncomfortable for quite a lot of you. And that's going to be your cue. If that starts to feel uncomfortable in your lower back, you've lost your position. So let's go back. So we're going to dump all of this water back into our belly. Can you feel how these tummy muscles shorten and your lower back really flattens into the floor? Now that's too far, so we want to find that comfortable position and still keeping those tummy muscles held away from that laser beam. So that little exercise is called pelvic tilting. That's being able to use your tummy muscles and your back muscles together to allow you to tilt your pelvis and your bucket of water, that imaginary bucket of water, backwards and forwards. So that's the start of bridge. So pop your hands down by your side. We're going to do that again. So we're going to slosh all our water back into our belly. So you should now feel like these tummy muscles are shortened and they're pressing back down into the mat behind you. You should feel like your thighs are really working. I want you to feel like your knees are going away from you. I want you to think about your sitting bones and want you to draw them together like pincers. So now you should feel like your bottom cheeks have worked even harder. Now, we're going to do what I call a mobilising bridge. So we're going to peel up one bone at a time. So I want you to imagine they're like a row of pearls in sand. So what we're going to do is we're going to push our feet into the floor, so it's going to help us lift our bottom off the floor, and we're going to slowly come up one bone at a time, or one pearl at a time, out the little hole. We're going to keep a gap here, a nice space in the front of our throat, and we're only going to come up to where you feel comfortable, but no higher than the bottom of our shoulder blades. And we're keeping here, we're opening up here at the front of our pelvis and the front of our hips. Our pelvis needs to come up higher than our rib cage. We don't want this going on, we don't want the pelvis drop down. So our pelvis comes up higher than our rib cage, and there should be a nice ski slope effect, straight line from knee to shoulder. But again, I don't mind if you come up to where you're comfortable. Breathing in at the top there. Now breathing out, we're going to start from our breastbone end and we come down one bone at a time, and our pelvis comes down last. And and we settle back down. Relax off, and we're going to start again. So we roll, we tip and dump that water back into our, back towards us, into our belly and chest. We draw these sitting bones together. We push our feet into the floor, we feel these firming up. Our bottom cheeks are nice and firm, this stabilising our pelvis. Now we imagine one pearl at a time. We're pushing our feet into the floor, it's helping us lift our bottom up. Yeah, we keep this all nice and firm, we're working here, yeah. We're coming only up to the tips of our shoulder blades. We're keeping this gap here in the throat, so we're looking straight up. We breathe at the top. As we breathe out, we start here. We're putting those pearls back in the holes they came out of. This is so nice and mobilising. And that is your mobilising bridge. Well done, everybody.